Hello, and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby's War in the East. Let us continue with turn 12. It's September the 7th, and I want to actually take a bit of a look at the weather, which seems to currently still be fine. There is some light mud and rain all the way up in the north here. That's how it looks like. Apparently it's not even raining there, but it looks like things might get a little bit worse there, but that's not too important. Let's start, however, with Army Group South. Now, I did do all the easy things in the previous episode, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The first thing in that regard that I want to do is I want to go and attack Odessa. Now, attacking Odessa, I'm going to do this in two stages. First of all, I'm going to basically already exhaust the forces which are in there. We know that their fortress level is currently 0, and, well, I need to kind of like exploit that. So, what I'll be doing is I'm just going to attack them with this Romanian cavalry brigade, which is a useless attack. But it means that these guys will be just a little bit more exhausted. They're going to spend ammunition, etc. It's just not going to be good for them. They're depleted. Yeah, I expected that. You know, that it wasn't... there was never going to be anything useful. Let's put them on refit. Now, I'm going to send in the 9th Romanian Cavalry Brigade. I kind of do the same thing. I'm just going to move them in here. And I'm going to be like, hey, here we go. Let's attack. Yeah, that didn't work out. Fairly obvious. Let's move them out of there. They're unready. That's what you get. Let's put them on refit. There are a lot of losses there, of course, but the thing is that this way they will achieve their goal, at least, of exhausting the enemy. And that was the purpose, so let's move you guys in there now, and now you. And now we're gonna go on to the main attack with all of these. And because these guys are very much weakened because of those earlier attacks now, we can say bye-bye. And that's it. Odessa is ours. These guys are in a very tough spot. I do want to try and get my strongest units in Odessa, if I can help it. Just in case they decide to get frisky and do some kind of counteroffensive. I'm not saying they will, but I just want to make sure. So, besides that, I should probably try to get at least most of these guys out of there, and I'll effectively spread them around to the rail line for this this turn. Where hopefully I'm basically just looking to send them back to the actually, one second. Yeah, let's do this. I know that's weird, but I don't want these guys to go and move in here and cause issues. What I want to do is I potentially want to send them to the reserve, but I can't do that just yet right now, of course. So I'll just have them all on the rail, all on refit now that we've taken Odessa, and yeah, that's nice. So taking Odessa, we cannot see it in the points, but we do have. Let's go to those victory objectives. So Odessa, we took it a lot earlier. Supposed to take on 17. We took it on 12, which means I will get maximum bonus. Which is neat. And it also frees up these Romanians a little bit early. Although there are still a lot of pockets that need to be dealt with. If we look at the victory scheme, can we get anything else from it? Does it show us the bonus as well? It doesn't show the bonus that we got. But yeah, Okay. Well, we're at 482 now, so that's good. The 1st of October, of 94, we'll never make it. 700 by the 1st of October. That's just not gonna happen. That's a very crazy number. Anyway, now that these guys are clear, I should be looking to move forward with these guys. And they'll probably have a unit on Perekop, which is why I'm a little bit hesitant to move into that hex, because I might need, might need some serious firepower. Okay, they're fairly weak, it seems like. Bye. So I'll have all of these start going down. And what I'll do with the other corps is I'll move up. This is the 11th, and the 11th Corps is gonna also try to take this, so cut off the Crimea from the north. That's basically where I want to see them go. So that's pretty much what I'm then looking out for with them. You're part of the 30th. That's just kind of weird. I should probably be put under the 54th. Where is the 54th anyway? It's here. No. Now they're overburdened. I should have put them under the 30th. Or not, no. Well, either way, either of those two would be overburdened. Yeah, never mind. There are two things. This is 9-7. If I don't go in here, I think they might just as well go in and take back Armyansk. That was unnecessary. Oh, come on. Let's have both of those do that, and I want these guys, the Viking. I'm not gonna move here because it takes too many movement points for this turn. Alright, that's fine. You're currently on refit. Let's take a look at the motorized corps. They need to move further along. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. The cores are a bit messed up. So currently, the thing is, I kind of still need these forces to refit. I mean, especially for you moving like that, it's just not handy. I just don't really see any reason for you to attack at the moment. So there's that. Can I... No, I cannot send them to the Garrison Theater box. Okay. Well, let's move you at least in there. And I actually think that the Hungarian Motorized and Cavalry Brigade would be more useful further up in the north, whereas these guys, yeah, they're more or less there just to gather some stuff or to gather the MTXs. So what I'll do is I will have the 8th Hungarian Corps, and you will also be put on the 8th Hungarian Corps. And then we have the Mobile Hungarian Corps with these two. And I'll send these further down to the south, basically. That's so, for example, I want to keep you on refit. And the same for these at Kanyev currently. So I can use you to take this hex now, for the moment. Which for this turn just suits me just fine. So you're gonna stay there on refit. You're part of this core. So now we'll have the next core, which is this one. I'm actually quite a fan of already crossing here, because that will prevent any shenanigans on the side of the Soviets. I will just make things easier for me later on. If they're gonna abandon this area, you know, totally fine. But I just want to make as many crossings as possible. And you guys will cross whenever you have the chance, but that is not right now. What that also means is that these guys can move forward. I'm still not really looking to cross the river here. I think it's fairly unimportant to do so, which is why I'm just kind of moving these guys forward at the moment. And just seeing where it leads me. And that's pretty similar to what I'm doing with some of these forces. Like, you could move up, but since you cannot do a heavy attack on Nikopol, where they probably have units, I might just as well cross with them. And well, let's at the same time also try to get rid of some of these, you know, start making some progress here, because okay, I'm not doing a soft attack. Okay. this pretty much clears this this Dnieper riverbank, and then they should have a, well, I don't want to say smooth moving after this, but oh, Nikopol itself is empty. Okay, well, that makes things interesting as well, since you cannot cross though. Let's attack. I don't think these guys have any supply hexes. It doesn't seem like. So I'll just busy myself with clearing out that pocket too. Okay, well. Fair enough. So then that gives me a general idea of what we're looking at here. I wouldn't be surprised if they made like just a line like this. I'll use this one cavalry to take these hexes and make them secede to me. And I'll use the other calf to start taking hexes on this side so they can no longer retreat to those hexes later on. Seems about right. Because that will ultimately make it easier to get rid of them. Let's move the actual 11th Army HQ into Nikolaev. Alright, I still have the motorized units to move here, but again, the way I like to do things is I like to take care of the easy stuff first. That's very clear. Then go for the medium stuff, where I kind of think or expect certain things that are a bit easier, and then after that will give me a little bit more information about what to do during the tougher parts. Because I want to have as much information as possible before getting to the actual nitty-gritty. And that involves also sending some of those guys up. Now, anyway, I did talk about how even you cannot go in there for a heavy. You can. But you're not close enough. Get out of here. And is there any possible way I can get to a 7 with you? 6, 5, 6, 1. 5. It needs to be a 7 because I'm attacking across a pretty big river. I could try with a soft attack, but what we're looking at here, yeah. Okay, so let's split you up. I'm not doing this because of the strength, but more to make them surrender a bit easier. There we go. Might have been a bit over the top, but better safe than sorry, I guess. So that pocket is removed. That's good. Now let's work our way up with some of the units from 9th Army, although you only have 2, so you'll stay here. Next up, I think they should be put under the 6th Corps. Here, so then these 2 units are just, yeah, there, okay, which means we'll have these 2 corps left, both of these moving up north. I do like to identify them like that a little bit. Rear units for 9th, which is 35th. They might actually be able to get away with moving into there. But I'm not sure. Next rear unit is both of these, 8th and 6th Infantry. Yeah, I'll have one of them move up. The more of this heavy woods territory we can just cross without attacking, the better that's for me, because realistically I can't really wage war within this territory. You know, I can't take it, so I'm much better off just going through that territory without trying to entice too much pain. Let's get that lair a bit to the back. Can you? Yep, okay. So, what do I have left of 9th Army? I have 2 more divisions, of which both of the... No, only one of them can do a heavy attack on whatever they have in here. Whether that's important, well, we'll have to see later on. One thing that's for sure, I will get these guys back up into Los level. And join these back together too. I'll move these motorized units out and get some regular infantry in there. This allows Das Reich to now get out of there, and I'll get them close to Smolensk also on the refit. Let's take a look, because the double rail goes through here. All right, neat. Let's just get you as close to Smolensk as possible for this turn, and I'm also moving you guys out. I'll move them further along in a while, but the point is that for now, I'm just moving them up, so I can have a larger concentration of force there. Let's just refit you in this city here. Okay. As for the panzers, I'll probably send them into Smolensk itself, but we'll see how we're going to work that out. Okay, so they seem to have made a new defensive line over in this area, which it at the very least means that I can move up in here. That's as far as I'm concerned for now, to the 131st. And I do think that we're good to go there. Okay, so now we've done that, I want to continue working up north. So one thing that I think needs to be done, if they don't route but move into Shimsk, that's fine. I would like that. But I think, okay. That is unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, that was dumb. From my part, that is. Anyway. Let's encircle them, make sure they can't get out. So we got a few more units snagged. Now, the big problem here is, of course, that I kind of want to move these guys. Well, I can already move them into Novgorod, which is good, and I will. Okay. I need to constantly have a unit in Novgorod at the very least, and I do want to send my motorized units out there right now. Seems like you cannot move up. So, because of these, I'll just leave them there on the refit. Thing is, how likely is it that the AI is gonna go and escape through here if they teleport a unit right in here? They would have to actually get 2 hexes. You know what? If yeah, I'd actually rather do this for now. That seems a bit easier. It's unfortunate that I accidentally got these guys to route there. But oh well. I mean, that was pretty dumb. The blue infantry division, however, will move up into Dno. And just stay there. Yeah. If I want to move up in here, is it better to move already up? I guess it is. Not that they can build a rail line there, but still. Okay, so now that I have Totenkopf in Novgorod. They actually... allow me to kind of move into those hexes, which from a defensive standpoint I think is actually pretty useful. So what I'll do also, because these are heavy woods, I know that technically that's actually across the river, but I'd rather have a defensive position here across the river like that. Now, besides that, I can get at least the infantry in there. That allows me to use the 8th to take Lyuban. Okay. I think this is a pretty good flank for now. And I'm pretty much looking to get a portion of these guys over to that side. That, I mean, that's not happening anytime soon. Huh, okay. At least he still retreated. Not that it helps me that much because I took bigger losses, but it's something. Let's get both of you into Narva. We'll see what the AI does here. I'm not really interested in attacking across the river into heavy woods for no particular reason, so let's not do that. Okay, so we have Totenkopf in here. Let's put him on reserve for the moment. I'll have you on refit, and the same for these. They'll probably not get any refit at all. Let's go in here. Okay. Now the easiest point to attack is actually this light woods across the river, and I'm kind of looking to do that on the next turn, potentially with a bunch of forces, so I can maybe break through. That's not. It's not certain that that will be possible, but we'll see. All of these isolated units should also. I should be able to clear them. At this point, moving you from Tartu into Pskov allows you at least a rail line. Whereas they should stay in Ostrov, because then these are in supply there. So Army Group North is pretty much set. Army Group South too. The only thing that I need to deal with is Army Group Center yet. And as usual, that's probably gonna be pretty tricky. So, first things first, I'll move these guys further up north. Because I can. There's both of these, they're pretty decent movement. If I... Let's see which units might be able to attack these light woods south of Vyazma with a heavy attack. It's very likely there are not going to be that many. Okay, but these two can, and they're both not in range of the HQ. Okay. Now, I wouldn't expect Vyazma to be empty. But I'll be looking for units that can do a heavy attack. I don't think 14 will cut it, so let's try 15. Oh, that's worth 16 tanks. But only if I can actually get in there. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, they're actually... Huh. Well, they still retreated under those conditions. That frees up a bit more space around here 2. Now, I'm actually looking to potentially move back. Probably cannot. No. Okay. Another question is how powerful are the units there going to be, and is there any chance for me to do a heavy attack from those hexes with the regular infantry? The answer very likely is yes. So let's try it. Good. Soviets also losing a significant number of planes. Now, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to push forward up north to create kind of like an opening to move either to Rzhev or towards Borodino, since I'm practically just, like, I know that I'm not taking any territory on this side now, and that's generally not super amazing, as I'm supposed to be all the way here by winter. But yeah, we'll see how we can get through on the other areas. Eventually. Eventually. Okay. With cavalry, it's quite possible that a soft attack might cut it. No. No, they're actually up to full strength, so they wouldn't. So I need something more powerful from this direction. Like the motorized. For now, just a retreat in there is fine. Ultimately, I need to rout them. My motorized divisions are also doing pretty poorly at this point, but by the time that there will be mud, that will be the time to rest and repair. Whereas currently, that's not really what I'm looking for. That's that cavalry again. It should be possible to get rid of them with a soft attack. At least push them back. And this also allows me to move up with the tanks. Now, unfortunately, they don't seem to be having the movement to be going all the way up to Rzhev, but I can get pretty damn close. Yeah. I mean, how surprising is it that they actually have a unit in there? It's not really that surprising. Okay, so at the very least, I'm looking to create some form of, defense as well here. If you're moving up towards Zubtsov, There's no reason to do it like that. You can move up here, take both of these. That will give me a bit more territory around this area. So that is at least a significant breakthrough for the moment. They didn't take that many losses, but okay, so what I'm mostly interested in doing here as well is make sure that my units don't just get cut off. Okay, so you're here. You're there. Now you can go up. I will put you there. Deutschland motorized division can also move by quite a bit, so they don't just randomly attack this, although they are now also very weak. Kind of messed that up a little bit. Yeah, I need to cover this so they don't just straight up speed run into Smolensk itself. I currently, yeah, want to move you into this heavy woods hex so that they can just also waltz through here. I know there's only one hex in between now, but if I move you guys up, that'll also free up some space. How important will it be to hold that hex? Well, let's see if you can go in there. Yes. Good. It's a pretty narrow corridor, so I'll definitely be looking to expand on that. The way I can possibly do that is if they, again, retreat, which they might, given their current situation. Yeah, they're getting their supplies from this, but if I cut this rail line here, then they have this single rail at this point from which they can get supplies, which is just a bad position to be in. Even if they can teleport their units, I don't think they really benefit that much from that. Let's hold at least one panzer division in the back for now. So one other thing that I'm going to look forward to doing is if I attack at Vyazma, or if I take this area, this will also allow me to keep building on that double rail, which is also going to be very important there. I think that's going to be quite important. Let's move you up there too, so. We have that covered. Okay, these forces are gonna move up, so I'll leave them there. The goal, at least for me, is to try to keep the HQs as far back as possible, or as close to Smolensk as possible, because this is primarily where the supply will be flowing from. Okay, looking interesting. That's primarily what I would make of it. It looks interesting. But look, we got Vyazma. I know Vyazma is not worth any points, but it has some manpower, that's it. Fine. When did the Germans historically take Vyazma anyway? October 7th. Alright. So we're only slightly ahead of schedule there. Okay. I don't want to say the Kremlin is his side, because that's definitely not the case yet, but because we have these breakouts, they continuously at least have to retreat. I mean, they're kind of like building up here, but if they have to spread out more, ultimately I guess it will be beneficial for me. Both of you. Let's reel you up here and then get them off of the train for this turn already. Sweet. The HQ can walk. Alright. Then we're set on that. Yeah, we didn't take that much territory around this area. I mean, we took back some of this, but this is more consolidation of taking the territory around Leningrad than anything else. And clearing their remaining resistance. I wonder how far these units will retreat. Yeah. I mean, I have no reason to go up in here at all. Maybe, yeah, only taking this, I guess, is in a way important, or anything along this rail line, because it renders this, you know, undefensible. Indefensible? Yeah. That's that. Then we primarily have the south to deal with, but I'll do that in the next episode. So for now, I want to thank everybody for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. We'll see how things progress in the future. I want to thank you for watching, and bye-bye.